Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Goff, and he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now it's gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. And Wilson has it. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Goff throwing again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
From the 50, it's Goff. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Let's go, come on. Over here.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Goff now looks to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right, and that's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is gone. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff stepping up, he'll try and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's he stopped right at midfield.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Run. Inside. Zoom.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Touchdown, Packers! Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate pick. Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well.
Super one.
Goff. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First man through, it's the fullback use check. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
DC!
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
To throw is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this belongs to the Vikings. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Zoom. Jumbo!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Flex round!
Going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We're back to Lambeau following these words. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 8 yard 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 That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw.
They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Bust through the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Kenny Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Starting left here. Hard ball.
They are going for it. Goff escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
We are going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Now the Packers get set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Greer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Greer. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Zone.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Now it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Rodgers following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers handing to Montgomery, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long. It's gone. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
Let's go.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside Gill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now Walton, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Mark Walton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Carlson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. The point after threw the raindrops up and good. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Packers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on